What's up, Sensei here, guys? And I just got back from the Patriots Super Bowl parade. I live right on Boylston Street. I'm gonna put up a map right now. So I live on the corner of Boylston and Tremont. So if you can see, I put a little red circle. That's literally where I live, and then that's the circle. So when I first wanted to go outside, the parade was supposed to start at 11. So I go outside, and this is what it looks like. There's umbrellas everywhere. It's jam-packed. And I've been waiting for already 20, 30 minutes. I'm like, this is getting ridiculous. So, and I was with Emma as well. So then I decided to go back inside to my apartment. And I go on, I see the TV. And it shows where they're at, obviously, because they're recording it live. So I realize they're still like another 30 minutes away. So I'm like, forget it. I'm not going to get a good view. It's not even worth it. I'm not going to be able to record anything. Whatever. So then I forgot I lost my keys. So I need to get a new key. And I realized Emma had gone to class. So I was like, oh, so I texted Emma. I said, I need to get the key so I can get back into the apartment. Try to go across the street. It was so jam-packed. I'm literally like glued to people. When I got to where her class is, which is right across the street from where we live, I was actually a really good spot for the parade. I'm only like 2 or 3 rows of standing people right behind the little crates or fences that they had, little gates to block the street. And I'm like, this is actually a really good spot. So I got the keys from her, and then it was, yeah, the crowd was pretty intense. This guy with the no shirt was hilarious. It was so cold because it's raining. It just finished snowing, and it was raining, so it warmed up a little bit. But look at Bob Kraft. I swear, do you see this? He pointed at me. I swear, he pointed at me, and he was like, thank you. I heard he worded thank you, and I was like, what? I'm obviously could have been looking at everybody else, but I really felt like he was looking at me when he said thank you. So Bob Kraft, you're welcome. Oh, that's when it hit me. When I saw Bob Kraft, I was like, this is legit. Like, I'm so glad I stayed to watch this. And then then Belichick waves at me. What's going on here? Do they know? Do they know about Face Clan? I'm just kidding. But no, then the defensive coordinator right there. It was those shirts. I need to get me that shirt right there. Roger that. I need to get one of those. But man, it was so, look how close I was. I went from being so far away, can't see anything because there was umbrellas in the way. Then it stopped raining too when they came by. It stopped raining for the most part because it was like downpouring. I just saw Bob Kraft, I just saw Belichick, and then there was this. I saw this because, pause real quick. There were some players I was looking, and they were pointing and looking like behind me, and I'm kind of like, they were kind of like, oh, like look at that, and so I turn around, and then this is what I see. So I'm gonna give you my take on how I feel about this and Donald Trump. Then look who it is. Look who it is. Thomas Brady. Tomas. Holding up the... I was pretty close. It was pretty cool. Just as I was like, this is the greatest quarterback of all time. This is the most clutch athlete in all of sports ever. The greatest comeback in sports. The greatest quarterback in sports. The greatest football player of all time. Right there. Oh, that was amazing. So much greatness. So much. And then there's Martellus Bennett. They had the music blasting at this point. The music started getting intense. It was, and everyone's so rowdy. The energy was great. Just pure joy, pure bliss, pure happiness. Man, I would hate to be an Atlanta fan right now. I'll tell you that right now. I feel so like... Oh my gosh. Gronk was on the other side, so I didn't get a chance to see Gronk, which is pretty unfortunate. Oh, so... Great song. Now listen to this. The song... And watch. Boom! Everyone starts jumping and going nuts and bobbing their head. Everyone started singing. It was like that. The whole place really erupted once that happened. Like once this happened, the whole place just erupted. Everyone's singing. Everyone's just going nuts. Oh, the energy was so great. I was so glad. Oh, look at this. Everyone, so much hype right there. So much hype. And then look who comes. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yes. Okay. It's a little overboard there, but we'll take it. And then look who walks over and bless us with his presence. Look who comes to bless us with his presence. Edelman comes over, and everyone just goes nuts. Everyone goes nuts, man. Greatest catch of all time. Yes, 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 yes. Patch Nation. Patch Nation. And then they finish with the cheerleaders at the end. And then this is me trying, this is the aftermath. Me trying to get back to my apartment. That was the street. That's the intersection. That's an intersection right there. Can you believe that? Absolutely insane. Right down the street actually was the ending where they come together and they talk on the mic and so forth. I did not want to go down there because the subway was closed. I'd have to walk down to like the government center, City Hall Plaza area, and then I would have to walk back. And I wasn't trying. I was cold. I felt like I got enough. I wasn't trying to overdo it. I watched some of it on the news. But as a Pats fan and as a Boston sports fan, I feel like super like. It's like, you know, you feel like over privileged in a way. Like, and in a way, I don't like it because I love being an underdog and I love all the things about it. That's why I like Tom Brady in terms of that. He wasn't like a first round draft pick. If Tom Brady was like the first pick in the draft and he was everything that everyone thought he was going to be, I would like be a little bit more salty because I'm always such an underdog type person. But because he was, you know, the last pick and his story to rise, and he's the underdog. He always plays the chip on his shoulder, and you know they've been riding him out a lot recently. He's too old. He's gonna yada yada yada. I love this story. That's why I don't feel bad for being boastful or being a diehard Pats fan, even though they say we cheat and all this stuff. Da, 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 da. What happened was insane, and it was pure greatness. Tom Brady is a GOAT. Bill Belichick is a GOAT. New England Patriots in the last decade is the greatest organization in sports. That's it. That's all I got to say. All right. This is possibly my last video had to do with the New England Patriots, the Super Bowl stuff. Man, every day I think about it. I've been watching highlights every day. It's so intense. Never give up. Never quit. Never give up. I lost doubt. I had doubt. I had strong doubt and had lost some faith, and I was like, man, I don't know how we're going to do this. This is insane. No one has come back. 25 points, and then I tweeted out 28-27. Then I tweeted, no, we're going to go 34-28. I had to like get some of my faith back and some of my positivity back, and then it happened. Mind blown. Oos.